My name is David, and I've set myself a challenge to photograph all 244 of UK resident bird species. I invite you to join me on this journey, from city parks to coastal cliffs, capturing the moments, the challenges and the experiences along the way. If you like to follow along, subscribe and be part of the journey. This is a challenge of patience, learning and discovery. So settle in and enjoy the episode.
Good morning everyone. Today we are up nice and early and we are off to Surrey, Chobham Common, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's not that cold, but it's supposed to get a little bit colder and windy later, so we are all kitted up. But yeah, we are today in search of the Dartford Warbler. Good morning and welcome to episode 13. Now, we have finally arrived. Today we're at Chobham Common, which is part of the Surrey Wildlife Trust. And this is what the location we're at kind of looks like. It's a very bare, very open kind of landscape, which makes a perfect hunting ground for birds like kestrels and other predators and raptors. So yeah, I'm not really sure where to set up, and I believe I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm not too sure. I don't think the heather's in full bloom, but you do get some really nice colours, and we're supposed to get a little bit of sun today, which I'm hoping we do, just so it lights up the purples and the pinks from the heather. So I'm just walking down this path to kind of see where the best place for me to kind of set up is. Around. Looks like there's been a fire here. I think that's one. Can you hear it? I've just turned on my Merlin app but I believe that's a Dartford Warbler. But yeah, we actually might just set up here then. So the plan is, I hope they come and perch a little bit higher up, so it's like the backdrop will just be the pinks and the purples from the heather, or the greens, but we can get that really blurry background. So that is the plan. So yeah, I think I might set up here, as I hear quite a lot of birds. But yeah, we also find skylarks here, which will just be really cool as well. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. So it's been about 20 minutes since I last left you all. I've done a little bit of a scan around to see where I'd kind of want to set up. I've chosen this area here, and I'm going to go through why I've chosen this and my thought process behind it. But before I do that, I just want to say this place is so eerie. It's super quiet. I haven't seen anyone since I've been here, and if it wasn't for the motorway, then you would hear nothing. Now the birds have started to come a little bit more active. You can hear them a little bit, but since I've been here, just nothing. Like one or two birds here and there, but dead silent. So quite interesting. But yeah, thought process. Let me go through it with you all. So I've picked this spot. There's a few reasons why. So I still have a decent viewpoint of some perches, kind of small ones here and there with like a bigger bush behind. But I still have the ability to look this way and then this way, which has a lot more perches, etc., depending where they are. Now, the reason I've picked here is because some areas are a lot more open, and here is quite dense in terms of the bushes and the heather and all the other plants and stuff. So it allows the Dart Warbler and other birds to kind of hopefully perch up, but also feel safe that they can retreat back into the foliage. And if we're here long enough, they get comfortable enough to be able to come up and perch. So that's kind of my thought process and plan, but also because it's quite dense and quite high, that should hopefully camouflage me a little bit. I am quite close to it. It might not look like it in the camera because this is a wide angle, but I am somewhat close to that. So yeah, we're just going to wait here now for a little bit. Well, for a while, to be honest. We've got all day. And see what happens. But yeah, the last few episodes have been wait, and wait. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I've made a decision to make a move, and we've come to the other side of the park, I guess, and so much better. So I went on Google Maps and I Oh, is that I believe that's a Dartford Warbler. I'm pretty sure that was a Dartford Warbler. So, as I was saying, on Google Maps, I went onto satellite mode. I then was looking at where is the most purplish, so where there's the most amount of heather. And I know satellite mode isn't the most up-to-date thing, but it's brought us here. And as you can see, I'm not sure how great it looks. You can see the difference in colours from the two areas. And I'm pretty sure that was a Dartford Warbler that just went into that bush over there. Now, they also have like a kind of like darkish purple colouring, so it can be quite difficult to see them. So yeah, my setup here and go from there. But it looks a lot more promising being here than being on that side. So I've set up now. We've heard quite a few birds, but not what we're after. I believe I've seen it twice. I believe it was that. I could be completely wrong and my eyesight could be deceiving me. But we're going to try and keep quiet, still, and hopefully they'll come back and we can get some cool shots. But for now, we wait as always. Okay, so we have changed locations. We had been on the move. And I kind of just wanted to talk about the reality of bird and wildlife photography. I think today is going to be one of those days where no matter what we do, what we came here to do just isn't gonna be that day. Which is fine. At the end of the day, no matter how much preparation you make, no matter how much research, no matter what time of day you come for X species, if nature doesn't want to present itself, then there's not much you can do about it. Then try again next time, you know? And I knew coming into this challenge that I set myself that there would be days that would be like this, specifically once we start getting to more rarer birds or birds in which their population isn't as large anymore. So yeah, and I think today is one of those days where we hear more birds than we see, and I think that also kind of ties into what I spoke about in episode 11 when it comes to hides, and it kind of makes more sense to me, I guess, why there's a lot of people that obviously push more towards going into hides, whether using bait or not bait. What was that? Are you going to perch? They perched. One second. Oh no, it flew away. Should just threw my camera on the floor. But yeah, I think it kind of makes a little bit more sense because there is this really exciting feeling that you get when you go out in the wild, take a shot, and it's like a great shot, right? Something you're really proud of. But then when you get to days like this, where there's nothing, and I don't mind waiting, but when you wait for hours and hours on end, and then nothing happens, and then you change locations and all this stuff, but still nothing, I think it becomes very frustrating and disheartening. And I wonder if that feeling of doing so much to prepare, but still not being able to get the chance to photograph something that you want to photograph, why quite a lot of people then lean in more towards hides and having more of a, not guaranteed, but more of an opportunity and a chance to get the birds that they want to get. But yeah, let me know if you're watching this. Are you yes for hides, bait or not using bait doesn't matter, or are you more, I'm going to go into the wild and I'm going to try my best to capture the bird that I want to capture? This bit of the park, which is not too far from where we heard the Dartford Warbler, and we got a few pictures. I believe it's a female stone chant. I could be completely wrong. I'll put them up, but when I get home I'll be able to identify it. And that was the first bit of action today. But where I am now, we keep hearing skylarks, so I think might just switch the episode into a skylark episode, because we need to turn this around. So yeah, I think that might be the plan. Just need to look down and be careful or I'm going to trip. But also there's a lot of poop here. So yeah, it's been a difficult one, but at least we got a picture of a bird, which I'm happy. Whether it's something we got already or not, just happy to be able to photograph something. But I'm hoping we could at least add one new bird to our challenge, and yeah, go from there. Okay, so we are going to end the episode here. Been very disappointing, very frustrating, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and this is what bird photography is. Sometimes you get really lucky, sometimes you don't. But as you can probably tell by my face, I am extremely tired, my back is hurting. And yeah, we were going to stay until maybe 5 o'clock, then head back to the station for my train for 6. But I'm just going to call it now, and then I'm going to see if I can swap my ticket for an earlier train. But yeah, anyways, apart from that, we did have a positive experience. So the bird that I couldn't identify earlier on, which you would know at this point, I believe they're stone chants. I believe it's either female or juvenile, one of them two. But we had about 5 minutes with them. They were going from perch to perch to perch, and we got some really cool bird in flight shots. So I can't complain. At least we've come out with a picture of a bird. So yeah, anyways, I hope you all do enjoy the episodes. Thank you so much on the support so far. Specifically, episode 11 has been doing really well, and it's currently on par to do better than episode 4. So if it continues in this trend, it will do. It could potentially surpass it, which is quite cool and quite exciting. But also we're currently at 96 subscribers, so only 4 more away to hit 100. So we are super close. But yeah, so for everyone that has supported, thank you. For everyone who's new to the channel, welcome. And yeah, but that's it for today. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and peace.